All right, my friends, there's a new clown slasher out, and it is Clown in a Cornfield. So this movie is directed by Eli Craig. There is a 3-part book written by Adam Cesar. He's going to be at the Houston Horror Film Festival if you guys are out there and you want to meet him. I thought this movie was very reminiscent of like Thanksgiving from Eli Roth. I really enjoyed Thanksgiving from Eli Roth. I also enjoyed this one too. I found it to be quite fun. It's like a fun movie. There's a lot of comedy in this. There is the cons in this, I would say, there is a slow build up to where you get to see Friendo. Like, that's the name of the clown that is going chaotic throughout this town of Kettle Springs. And Kettle Springs is where Quinn and her father are moving. They had some things that had happened amongst their family, and they move into this town, which this town operates probably a lot different than where she's coming from, Philadelphia. And you get to see as the town comes together. There's this thing called Founders Day. And after the middle of this movie, that's when you really get into the chaotic, the friendo slashing, all the chaos, the weapons that he has. And you get to see all the different things that happen amongst friendo in this town. So I did find when it did got to those points, it is a good slasher. It is. And you really kind of root for some of these characters like Quinn and her friends. And I mean, you actually are rooting for the people in this movie. There's some slashers like, it don't matter if they go. But this was one of those ones you really do see the character development and you get to be invested within the character story and the build-up. I think that's why it did take so long to get to the slashing and all that, is because you really get to see and get to develop amongst the characters and how they're communicating with one another and their emotional backstories and things like that. So you're kind of rooting for them as the movie goes on. And Clown in a Cornfield, I thought it was beautifully shot. It was a good movie. It's not a super high budget movie, but I thought it was really good. I loved the story. I thought the story was good. Again, like I said, my only con was really that it was a slow build up getting to the point of where we get to see Friendo and the chaos that he brings. But I think as a new clown slasher, this is a really enjoyable movie. One of my favorite clown slashers and most recent is Terrifier in Art. And Damien Leone, what he does with that is the slashing is a lot different. That movie goes far-fetched, far crazy. But this movie definitely involves like a whole community, and you get to see that community work together and amongst all the different story that happens amongst Clown in a Cornfield. I thought it was quite enjoyable. And, I'm going to give Clown in a Cornfield, I'm going to give it a B+.